And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VOD Arrives on Air. I'm late today for it to be a DC stream, so a little bit later than I wanted to. So let's just play a little bit of GeoGuessr and hope for some DZ tomorrow. I should have procrastinated less, maybe should have prepared more. Just ended up a little bit out of time, plus I still have to do some things before going to bed, so then a little bit of GeoGuessr because of it. Hello there, Brückenschaden. That's interesting. That's something very interesting. That's a big road there. Can we? Yes, we can. Well, big road with some big signs. I still sound congested. That's going to be a thing for a while. Ludwigshafen am Rhein. Okay. S-Bahn 650 for one. Can I find anything on Rhein? There's literally a place called this, and it stands on Ems, and this river is sorta unnamed, and it's Germany. So we need one of the most maybe important rivers of to find one of the most important rivers of Germany. Rhine. Is that how they call rain? Rhine? Okay, if you say so. So Ludwigshafen, yep. Ludwigshafen. Linz. This has to be something kinda a little bit larger than just a village. Here it is. Not really visible because here it looks like Mannheim. And we are crossing. We're crossing the river here. Yes, we do. We are. So we're going southwest into Ludwigshafen. And we have two of the bridges here, but one has a huge intersection here, junction. Let's go to start. So it splits here, and then there is a loop, and we are on this loop. Well, a little bit closer to that part of it that looks at the other city. So technically this is not Germany. No, that's Germany. My bad. That's still Germany. My bad. It's just a border between lands. Baden-Württemberg and Rhineland. Palatinate. That I don't even remember of. Don't think I've ever heard it like that. Okay. Okay. Hi. I would say this looks Russian, but maybe Ukrainian. Ukraine, Alexandrivka. This is Ukraine. The mile marker, the kilometer marker, didn't look Russian. The fonts more bold, more white. And I can tell because, well, I mean, I'm in Russia, always been actually there on the left side for some reason. So I kind of know how our kilometer markers look like. What they look like. Okay, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Little piece of nuts and bolts. Пятихатки. Okay. That's just something very local. Пятихатки. But the road itself surprisingly empty. So we're somewhere in the middle of Ukraine, I think. East, west, maybe a little bit to the east, maybe a little bit to the west, but somewhere in the middle-ish. So let's see if we can get anywhere. Oh, a border of some... What's that? I'm sorry. Oh, a bike. Where's the owner? This looks like a potato farm. Новоархангельский район. Okay. We just entered a different area of an area, different rayon of an oblast. So the direct analog would be a different county, like in the States. We just entered a different county. So, but that's an interesting road. Unexpectedly empty, though it has all the signs, it has all the bus stops. It has bus stops, does it though? Was there a bus stop? It has even, well, then these are not ads, I think. Well, these are not ads, these are environmental propaganda. Protect the forests and whatnot. Don't start fires and things like that. Okay, in this direction the road just goes and goes through the fields and goes, and no actually signs about destinations of this road. Nothing really at all. What's going on here? What is this road? That's just settlements nearby the road, next to the road. Not luck. That's an interesting name. There's another settlement over there. Let's try to make it there. But I am kinda Not sure that I've picked the right direction. So we obviously have a place here. Vilshanka. Not that small one. Not that big one. That's like probably their school. Anything outside of Vilshanka? Another big building. That seems to be sorta kinda, well, not abandoned, but not in a good shape. So we know that this is Novoarkhangelsky Rayon. Well, Rayon would mean county in terms of the states, in the states. So, but of which oblast? Zero idea. Zero ideas. Northwest. Southeast. Probably the center of this area is called Novoarkhangelsk or something like that. But it's not always the case in case of like subdivisions of oblasts. Stop. That's interesting. So they are reconstructing the road. We don't have numbers, but we have kilometers, and the base of the construction fixing activities are based off Kirovograd. Well, where's that in Ukraine? Don't remember anything like that being in the east. Miss Kirovograd, so city. So if I'm not able to find Kirovograd, then yeah, I deserve what I get. Kirovograd. It has technically to be, well, I mean, I'm not sure. Technically, it has to be bold, but it's not. Am I blind? Am I missing something? So I was kinda looking, saying that it was the middle of Ukraine, but Ukraine's a little bit wide. There's quite some gift to the left and right. Brady, good evening, welcome in YouTube chat. Okay, if I cannot find Kirovograd in Ukraine, which is actually a big place, then I deserve what's coming to me. Maybe they renamed it, but not like the sign's pretty much new. I was right about the middle of Ukraine. It's like almost perfectly middle. So Kirovograd's nowhere to be seen. This is the road between Uman and Krapivnitsky. What's Kirovograd then? Is it Kryvyi Rih? Okay, just my overall train of thoughts was absolutely right. Just in general, but like 100% right. But the fact that I cannot see Kirovograd, did they rename Uman? Okay, I'll have to Google it, figure it out later. What's Kirovograd in Ukraine then? What's the name of this oblast? Kirovograd Oblast. The oblast, it's still called Kirovograd. But the capital of it, is it like Yeah, the capital of it seems to be Krapivnitsky. Yeah. So renamed probably. Okay. Okay, speaking Canton Santabal. Speaking pretty much Spanish here. The looks familiar. The looks familiar though. Madeira, well, we'll see that. Okay, we are not driving fast. This looks like... no, just a vehicle. This is police. This is what I spotted. And Hilux. Swerve! Why aren't you sleeping, man? Welcome. Do you like ever sleep? So, San Bartolome, Hocotenango, whatever that means. Oops, that was a big one. Trabajando. Something trabajando. Is this one still there? Guatemala. This looks strange. GT. Canton Santabal 2. Guatemala. Somewhere, who knows where. So we got to keep driving if we want to figure that out. Jimmy Morales. Ciudadano Presidente. Ni corrupto. Okay. Strange signs. Wait a second. There's like Huni on every every this road sign with letters. What's that? A city over there? Leader, that's another political party. I think Guatemalan. Maybe that's like political stuff again. They keep what? Tuk-tuk. They keep painting the backs of the signs. Everything that's allowed to paint, they paint as political campaign ads. Okay, that's a place. I jumped into rural. We are in rural Guatemala. Universidad Rural Guatemala. Trabaja and something. And Sacapulas. Is it the name of the place? Sacapulas. There's Esquipulas. Is it the name of the place? Sacapulas. Sacapulas. Too small to have any universities. Okay, that's interesting. Can we have more clues like this one? Because this might be a really helpful gas station. El Milagro. San Miguel. Oh, what are you? Bienvenidos a San Pedro Jocopilas. Do you have any area called Jocopilas? Gobierno Guatemala, yeah. So we have departments in Guatemala. Do we have anything like Jocopilas? Something tells me that would be a little bit too easy. And probably we are not in the north, because in the north, well, I mean, in general, there's not a lot going on in the north. Okay, anything of Jocopilas here? Unfortunately. So now we're going to get stuck in this place. First we will get a little bit teleported. Oh yeah, cannot go forward. Got to go around. Well, this is not a small town, not a small village, it's like a proper town. Though we might not be able to get to the main square. And just by the church somewhere. No? Okay. Oops. Yeah. The entry was closed. And here we are leaving. Well, okay. Usually it's like the southern part of the country, usually. Let's see. So, didn't find anything. So, Santa Lucia la Riforma, San Pedro Capilas. Just a place. In Cuichi department. Sacapulas was nearby. So it was the right clue. The university, a rural university of Chile. It was the right one. I just did not look at it properly. San Pedro Capilas was there. My bad. Oh, hi there. Oh, hello there. So this is South America again. Why am I blurring out the signs? The flag. Chilean. So this is like northern or southern Chile. Well, it's a desert, so interesting field. But doesn't look like it gets especially hot here. And plus we have these mountains that like appear almost out of nowhere. Caleta Chipana, Las Tomas, no sé, something about regulating something. First region. Would it be like the first region, like this one? There's Caleta Camarones. And this is like north. How can it be north? Caleta Chipana. Little Lobos. So we have some coastal caletas. That would be still the desert. unless it's a really small caleta. Caleta Hornus. Here it gets kinda already a little bit more green. Plus mountains. So if it's like something really northern, technically possible, but again, is this the region one? And again, in Chile, to get something on the coast looking north, first region, Iquique. Iquique? What's Iquique? Well, it's this place. So are we somewhere nearby? If we have direction to Iquique. Caleta Lobos. Nope. But there's more caletas when you zoom in. Caleta Chipana. Here you are. Caleta Chipana. So on this one, just a straight road that ends in a turn here. Like here. Whew. Got this caleta. Welcome to Israel. By the look of it. That's the scene with 2 candelabra with 7 candles, danger of death. Familiar place. Or maybe I'm just confusing it. They kinda create sometimes these oases in deserts, sometimes even surrounded by fences. It would be just dusty, dry, dead desert outside, and this lush green place on the other side of the fence. But oh, this looks like their main road. This is definitely not like a green island. It continues. More like suburbs. Caleta Chipana. Okay, we're a little bit on the hill. Interesting, now we started turning. All of a sudden, the street was very straight. And now we're turning. Did we miss a turn or something? Uh-huh. Tiberias Alumot. Have been to Tiberias. Read it. At least the sign. Saw some signs to Tiberias. Ria. Ria. Tiberias. 768. Was it somewhere like here? Yep, I still remember. 768. So like biblical places, I guess. Alamot is there. Paria. This is the new one. Neve Avet. And this is the other one. Not that big, but and I think we spawned somewhere here. There's a field or a park. Sorta kinda. So then next to the park maybe. This looks like a park too. Maybe this. Oh, here we have two roads going away. This goes north, this goes east. Goes around. That's the park. This is the shelter probably that's on the map. So we spawned somewhere here. Okay. So it's good that I remembered where Tiberias was. Tiberias. That next to the Sea of Galilee. That part I remember. Okay, not bad. We have 3 5Ks, that's pretty standard. Then one big mistake and one pretty big mistake too. But they did not destroy us completely. So the first one was on the bridge, pretty much on the bridge between Mannheim and Ludwigshafen. Yeah, I think it's Ludwigshafen, not Schaffen. Ludwigshafen, no. Ludwigshafen. So number 2 was a little bit of Ukraine. That was a dart's throw, but I was sure that we were somewhere in the middle of Ukraine, and indeed we were like almost in the middle. So the sign there told us that the road was being fixed by something based out of Kirovograd, but there's no Kirovograd around here. So they renamed something. Kirovograd, it's Soviet name, and they probably renamed it back to its original name. Interesting that it happened not in 90s, it happened fairly recently. So, and by the look of it, they renamed Kirovograd, sorry, to Krapivnitsky. And because it still belongs to Kirovograd Oblast. Kirovograd Oblast, and the capital of it is Krapivnitsky. Okay. Number 3 was another dart's throw at Guatemala. Technically a pretty big mistake. The country is small. For the country of this size, it's like a big one, but well, I mean, at least I was right. It was near. It was here. So I had a clue that it was going on somewhere around Sakopoulas, but here on the map we have Sakopoulas, so I didn't really, well, didn't really look into it. But the place we were at, San Pedro Jacapilas, apologies. San Pedro Jacapilas was visible just south of Sakopoulas. I should have looked closely. Number 4 was our 5k in Chile, so cannot call it region 1. It was Tarapacá. Rica y Parinacota, that would be like region 1, but I don't know, it was on the sign. Maybe I didn't read it right, but at least it was sending us, the sign was sending us, mentioning Iquique, and things like place like that. Albinus Farlington, good evening, welcome. Well, Google car with bars, any info about Google cars, any info about things like the imagery quality or specific imagery distortion or artifacts, it's meta, and I try to avoid meta here. So I'm intentionally trying not to look at cars, not to remember them. Well, of course, it's sometimes impossible to ignore things like very distinctive quality of, for example, Indian Google Street View imagery, but I just in general try to avoid first meta, like cars, image artifacts and things like that, processing artifacts, things like that. So, and second, I kinda do not like guessing based on the look of the signs, the look of the bollards. Though I'm learning them because I'm playing the game, but like I avoid googling that stuff. I avoid reading guides for GeoGuessr. I don't think I've ever read any guides for GeoGuessr. So like which country has which bollards or electric poles or whatnot. But I learned these things slowly, very slowly, just while playing the game. But anyway, I try to base my gaze on just the language, reading signs. That's why I move a lot. So the look of the places. So I started to recognize some places just based on the look of them. Another thing is road markings. Of course, you 100% can like read guides. There are big good guides on like road markings and whatnot, which country, in which parts, what they have and whatnot. But I kinda I'm trying to just learn that on my own, so without really using any external information. So once in a while I would Google something, like for example today we were just in Ukraine, and the sign there was mentioning roadworks based off of Kirovograd, but Kirovograd is not on the map anywhere in Ukraine. The oblast of Kirovograd is, but the Missa Kirovograd, the city of Kirovograd, is not there. And by the look of it, well, we got to Google it. By the look of it, they renamed Kirovograd. It's an old Soviet name. They renamed it to back to Krapivnitsky, like the way it used to be, maybe before Soviet Union. So things like that I would Google, but it's like just a really small part of it. So, and number 5, It is a little bit of, it was a little bit of Israel. I found a sign with directions to Tiberias. So, and I just remembered from my experience with Israel in this game where Tiberias was. So I found it almost immediately. Well, they have like good road network, all numbered and whatnot, so was not easy, was not hard to find immediately the road and the village on it of Poria. So, but again, this is another short one because I'm pretty late and because I'm kinda out of time for today. Well, I mean, I didn't have time to do a long stream, so that's why I'm streaming just GeoGuessr, just one game. Tomorrow, let's hope for some DZ. I'll try to make time to play DZ. So, as for my voice, I still sound a little bit nasal, a little bit congested. That's going to be just the same for a little bit. Consequences of just 3 days of runny nose, and I didn't get that congested sounding voice for like 2 weeks. So, apologies, but that's going to stay for another week or two. So, YouTube crowd, thank you very much for watching. Albinus, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, man. So, YouTube crowd, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more chill guessing. We don't do competitive, we don't rush here. The only thing that the only limit we impose on our GeoGuessr runs, it's like 10 minutes per round, and not always, sometimes it's unlimited. So, and yeah, leave a comment if you want to tell me something. So, Twitch crowd, don't leave me yet. Let's go and say hi to somebody playing something else. So, maybe we will go back. Maybe we will go back to Sakhal. Maybe. Speaking by the way of South America. I'm not sure actually. This guy is from South America. He speaks Spanish. He streams in English and Spanish. So, but maybe he's from Spain. So let's go and say hi to the Captain Pyro, streaming a little bit of Sakhal today. See you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night. Oh, I see that he has follower subscriber only chat. Okay, but I've already started the raid. Let's go and say hi to Captain Pyro. Until tomorrow.